Winchester is a company that originally started way back when, and well, actually, well, it didn't really start. Basically, a bunch of Westchester. There's this guy named Chester. Basically, he was Chester's Army. You might know him from Chester's Army or something like that. Chester. He was this military guy who was going around shooting people, killing people, and I don't know. He was involved. He went by a lot of different names. Chester, Jester. I don't know. I think he was a. I think he was a mercenary. I might have hired or something like that. Basically, whatever. But Chester, basically, Chester's Army. You would know him from Chester's Army or whatever. Chester's Army. It might have been an offshoot of whatever. It was this guy or this kid thought it would be funny to I don't know, checkers or checkers army or something like that. I don't really know. It was this thing that was going on in 1940, 1950, basically. I'm not exactly sure. Um, anyway, though, like I said, I don't know. It was stupid. Like I said, Winchester really isn't Winchester. I own Winchester. Winchester actually, like I said, there's Winchester. I don't remember a Winchester actually. I remember a Chester, a Checker, uh, a Westchester, a British or European gunsmith or whatever. But there was no real West Winchester. Um, like I say, a lot of people were trying to cover me up or trying to cover up um, how well there's a lot of stuff. I mean, a lot of people were trying to say that Auschwitz and a lot of my sites were bad, and some people were trying to kill off the Germans or trying to kill Germans, which had invented or done all the research and everything else like that. Like I said, we were trying to protect them, trying to hide them. Some of my Germans might have actually started the Winchester complex because just to hide the fact that they were German. I'm not exactly sure. Like I said, we were trying to hide Germans basically. Germains. Not Germain. Germain was an asshole and a piece of shit. This rapist, this black rapist. There was this guy named Germain, and he was a black rapist and a bad person, very bad. Like I said, and if you go way back, you might find Germains, and Germain was a rapist, and he went around raping a bunch of people. Very bad person, like I say. A German though, or someone from Germany, basically, and maybe it was Germains, and then I took it over. I don't know. Like I said, I definitely did invade Germany and basically straighten things out. And like I said, I think I might have freed the Germans. I don't know. The Germains. I don't know. Like I say, I'm Lucifer Star. You know, inventor of freedom of speech. A person who does freedom of speech, freedom of belief, freedom of of but safety too, safe as well. Like I said, my Germans or my Jewish people, whatever. Maybe that's why why Germains became Jewish or whatever, because they didn't want to be associated with Germain, which was this guy who raped a bunch of women and did a bunch of really bad things, I think. So they called themselves Jewish or whatever. I don't really know. Like I said, I don't know. All I know is that there were people in Europe. They were pacifistic and they were scientists and they were really good people and really good scientists and they loved to build and they loved to do things just like me. And they were wonderful, wonderful people. And they just wanted to live and to do stuff like me. You know, they just wanted to eat good food, you know, live a good life, have nice clothes and stuff like that. And they were wonderful builders and engineers and draftsmen, and they were very beautiful and very very well acting and stuff like that. The daughters and the women were especially cute. Anyway, they're just scientists. So anyway, but gun manufacturing and brass stuff, and also using steam power or hydraulic presses and stuff like that. That was all basically me. You know, that was one of my ideas. And like I said, my Germans or my Jewish people, they were very, very, very good little people. Or people, anyway. They weren't little. They were just people. Like I said, there's a document history of everything. And like I said, we documented everything. And there were many, many, many investigations into Auschwitz. And there were many investigations. Like I said, all my work sites were investigated like 2 or 3 times a year or twice a year to check wrongdoing or any kind of oppression or anything. Like I said, I would check my own people would check all the cities and all the work sites, and then also they were yearly or bi-yearly, and there was also outside checking. Like I said, the French people could go through my sites and take a look at everything. And most of my sites, we're really proud to show off our sites because it's like, come see all the great things we've built and all the nice things and how we're living and stuff like that. Like all my cities were hailed as the greatest cities ever built. You know, with clean running water and clean streets and real civilization, working lights down every street. Like most people, like saw what we were doing, saw what I was doing, and wanted it too. They wanted to live in the same kind of conditions as we were. So, like I said, anyway though, so I had a lot of people with me. Like I said, Irish people, Jewish people, and or people from Germany basically, and people from around the world, people from Europe, Britain, basically miners and engineers, draftsmen, builders, basically good people. People that knew about water systems and metallurgy and all that stuff. And like I said, we had films and photographers and film people and history people and writers and everything. Like I said, later on we founded America and stuff like that. So anyway, though, there was lots of things that happened, but I'm Lucifer Starr. I'm the great LS, inventor of all these things and leader of Auschwitz and all these other sites and all that. And trying to keep my people safe, trying to keep other people safe, and just trying to, help as many people survive as possible. Civilization. I said I'm an epic civilization builder. And like I said, there's 12 other types of life out there. 12 of the oldest or 9 of the oldest races in existence. Oldest life form types, in existence. Creator of 9 of the oldest life form types in existence. So, yeah, that's what I am. And entity or life form that led to 700,000 of the first life forms in the universe, possibly. But at least 700 anyway. 700,000, I mean. So, plants, animals, and insects or something like that. I don't really know. Somebody once did all the research and looked through time and space and everything else like that, and researched everything and told me exactly what I had done, exactly what I was. So, like I said, 250,000 exoskeleton or other types of life on 250,000 planets. 14,000 planets having 1.5s in residence, basically. And then, of course, 400 or at least 120 planets with humanoid life forms on them. So, anyway, which would include Chinese or Asian people, and of course some Germans or Jewish people, whatever. And then, of course, there's Earth. So, like I said, I own about 36 or at least 7 or 8 planets myself, personally, and mostly Earth. So, and Earth is my #1 planet. This galaxy, the galaxy coming towards us, and at least 8 or 12 other galaxies. Or I'm a builder of 800 or something like that. So, anyway, yeah. So anyway, and this was well known, and it's like, I love you too. And like I said, the Belfast Project, or the LS Shipyard Project. Like I said, LS Slate, LC Slate, and also Star, basically. That's what it stands for, Lucifer Star. So star printing presses, Star Line, White Star Line Group, also Black Star Line was another part of White Star of Star Line company, and of course, so star printing presses, star manufacturing, star mining, Lucifer Star. So me. So yeah, LS, or also commonly known as Ellis with an E. So yeah, like I say, many happy Irish people, many happy English people, your whole world basically. I'm not only your creator, I'm your civilization builder. It's what I do. So, and getting people to aspire to great, 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 magnificent heights and stuff like that. Which would, I believe, would also include the Howard Hughes group as well. They worked for me and they contacted me telling me I wanted something revolutionary to be done with my gold. Something amazing that would use my gold. And they said they think they had it and they were going to start doing it. And basically that was the microchip, basically. The what you know as basically the computer microchip, which used my gold. Because gold, I didn't know what else to do with it. Technically, tantalum is actually better material for printing circuits and all that other stuff. But I wanted to use my gold, my yellow metal. So Howard Hughes started manufacturing them for me, basically. And so that's how I own Howard Hughes Manufacturing and all that other stuff. Anyway, might actually be a German name or a Jewish name, basically. I'm not exactly sure. So I was very large in Europe and in overseas. So anyway, and technically was from a time before the dinosaurs. I said 1.5's helped me do the dinosaurs and other things. So with me. So anyway, and all kinds of other things. So it's like, well, whatever. It's a lot of history. Enjoy it. Whatever. I don't really care. It'll take you millions of years to figure it all out. Trillions, maybe. You may never figure it out. All I can say is time travel and nanotechnology does exist. So, and there are a lot of life forms in the universe. And more every day, as they say. And more planets every day, more stars every day. So my people were really excited about everything I was and everything that was happening. More every day. So, anyway. And I am the one from which they say, or theoretically, everything else came. So, like Lippin Stallions, I did that. I did a lot of stuff. So, also named America and did your Constitution and all kinds of stuff. Like technically, insects and exoskeletons are some of my life forms. And I said insects, basically the exoskeleton, the inside-out exoskeleton, which is the human race, you. So, yeah. Anyway, they just have hard shells. They're not that much different than you. So, a whole lot of life forms. So, anyway. I mean,